Today we're gonna look at the Power 9 of Pauper. We've busted out Palpatine for one reason. We're gonna look at all the most powerful legal Pauper cards, and then we're gonna vote on them because Palpatine loves democracy. Alright, first off, we're gonna start off with Weather the Storm, suggested by Pedgeman. Is actually not banned, at least not anymore. I think it was they banned Weather the Storm? Wow, in what universe is Weather the Storm broken? This is supposed to be the anti-storm card. It brings justice to storm decks. It's literally the inverted opposite of what storm is supposed to be. A green 1 generic instant, you gain 3 life, but it also has storm. That's right, storm players or burn players. Really screws burn players, I will say that. You play a creature and you backed it up with like a lightning bolt. Well, Weather the Storm, gain 9. It's basically undoing 3 of your cards in one shot. Alright, Weather the Storm gets on. I don't know, I actually it's been a while since I've played Pauper. So I don't even know if Weather the Storm sees play, but you know what? This is gonna be the Power 9 based on the conglomerate of Commander players, I suppose, and one competitive modern Pioneer player. Is Brainstorm still legal? Holy moly! I can't believe it. Or I guess I can. I don't like this art. We need a better art here. What the hell is this? There's a Warhammer one? Okay, I'll take this one. This is a Secret Lair Showdown. Secret Lair. I think there's like 4 of these in the world. Blue instant, draw 3 cards. Then you can put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Now, the idea is like you're supposed to draw 3, especially later on in the game. Put 2 dead cards back on top of your deck and then shuffle it later. And you can do that. I mean, you do that in Legacy with fetch lands. You also can do that with, I don't know what the default land is now, but there's land cyclers that can help shuffle your deck away. There are those like come into play tap basic land fetch lands. I don't know what is the quintessential one being used at the moment, but very still the ability is still strong. So this is like a huge banger of a card. Definitely Brainstorm need to get on this list. Okay, Brainstorm. Let me make this bigger. How do I increase the font? I want bigger fonts. Bigger font means bigger, better stream. Okay, Ristic Study. When was that? Is that common? I almost don't believe it. It is Pauper legal. I don't think it's any good though, to be honest. I bet it doesn't see like any play at all. That's look, it's a rare, but it was printed in as a common in what was it called? It's OG printing was a common. There you go. It's empty. It wasn't even that good back then. Because the multiplayer, who played multiplayer? That's nothing. Alright, we'll put Ristic Study on here, but I actually think that card sees 0 play. Absolutely nothing in actual Pioneer. Because it's not good one-on-one. It's not good at all. Snakes for Life, Lotus Petal. As mentioned earlier, arguably the Black Lotus. The Black Lotus of Pauper. The absolute Black Lotus. Because it's 0 mana, tap, sacrifice Lotus Petal, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. It's a treasure token in the form of a card. We don't even have this in Modern. That's how strong this card is. It's not that it's banned, it was just never printed, that's all. I mean, it's free ramp. Pauper is like a crazy format. They have so many absolutely busted cards, just combined with a bunch of piddly crap. And this is like an example of that. So Lotus Petal definitely gets on this list. Alright, next up, we've got a super chat from Elixir. So no matter how stupid your suggestion is, it will get on the list. If it's a super chat. We got Murmuring Mystic. Murmuring Mystic. Got oh, they downshifted just for Pauper. I do believe it sees play. I don't know if it's a big card. I really don't want to say like where it sees play. I want to say it's like a sideboard card in some decks. It's a 4 mana 1/5 human wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue bird illusion creature token with flying. I don't can't remember. I don't think this is a main deck card. I want to say it's like a sideboard card in the, like, the blue Delverish decks, and so on. Gitaxian Probe's actually banned, Lewis. We gotta stick to legal cards around here to make the show interesting. Maybe one day we can have a banned Pauper list, but whatever. This is definitely legal. Anyway, Murmuring Mystic. Murmuring Mystic. Okay, next up. Ooh, just a hologram. Dark Ritual. That's what I'm talking about, just a hologram. That's what I'm talking about. Black instant. Add triple black to your mana pool. What are you going to do with it? I don't know. I guess use it in Storm? I can't remember if Psycho... I should have looked at the deck lists before I started this show. I know there's like a Cycle Storm deck, but I don't know if they use Dark Ritual in it. Generally speaking, Dark Ritual is a combo card. Who the hell will play fair with Dark Ritual? It never happens. They play broken with this card. They play it broken. This is a card that's banned in Oathbreaker, banned in Historic, and they would never reprint this thing anywhere else. Dark Ritual is in mono black Ponza. Oh, cool. Go blow up them lands. Good for them. Okay, Dark Ritual gets on the list. So remember the format. We're going to suggest cards in the first half. We're going to start voting on them on the second half until we narrow the list down to a power 9. Okay, next up, we've got Pacers Fan Forever with Ponder. Card that is still banned in Modern, but perfectly legal in Pauper and Legacy. Blue Sorcery. So look at the top 3 cards of your library, then you put them back in any order you may shuffle, then also draw a card. So it creates consistency for your deck, digs deeper for key cards that you need for your archetype. You know, why have 20 creatures in your deck when you can have like 8 to 12, and then you just use the cantrips to go find the really good ones? That's all. Use cantrips to find the really good ones. And similar to how Brainstorm works, if you have any shuffle effects, you can take the top cards of your deck that you don't want and shuffle them away and stack the ones that you do want. Okay, so Ponder definitely is gonna make that list. It makes the list. Okay, next up, we got... Oh, Christopher B with Ephemerate. Do a little blink action for the ETBs. A white instant, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, and it's got rebound. So get extra value. You may want to blink a wall. Do they blink Wall of Omens? I know they got like there's a few wall decks. Isn't it like Walls Familiar or something? You can blink a few walls, draw a few extra cards. There's a lot of ETBs in Pauper, I know that. ETB them to death. Okay, Ephemerate. Next up, we've got Super Chat from Elixir. You a huge Pauper fan, Elixir. Sacred Cat. Okay, this card I know, because I hated playing against this card. It's a white 1/1 cat with lifelink, and it's got Embalm. So, it's like, this is the card you use to grind out the decks with removal. Pauper is really a format about trying to get, like, the most value out of cards, and just, it's a very long card advantage grind, and cards like Sacred Cat are a big... like, just part of that strategy. Oh, you want to bolt my thing? You want to kill it, destroy it, snuff it out? Well, I'm just going to embalm it and bring it back. You got to deal with it again. And not to mention that it's a decent blocker. Can slow the game down while gaining some life until you hit the top end of your range. So, I don't know if this is going to be power 9 power level. I mean, I know it's a quintessential card in, like, one of the more popular archetypes, but... You've gotta be kidding me! Alright, next up, let's take Nekit with, Seat of the Synod. The Artifact lands. Yeah, that's right, Artifact lands. See, they're banned in Modern. You see that banned part here? This is banned in Modern. This is 100% safe and legal in Pauper. See, Pauper has the philosophy, yeah, you can have the artifact lands, we'll just ban the really powerful artifact cards, if there are any. So, that's how they regulate this format. They are pro-affinity. Yeah, add a blue. They have all the artifact lands are totally legal. We're gonna put these all in under one category. Artifact lands. Because I don't need to hear every single damn artifact land to be suggested, so Seed of Synod, definitely one of them. Because they all, I believe they all see play. They have not... They didn't ban a few and keep the other ones. Okay, next up. Ooh, is it Charm? I didn't know that was legal. I knew that was a... Okay, they downgraded at some point. I'm pretty sure that was a uncommon. So red, blue, instant, choose one. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2, so it acts like sort of a, you know, a soft negate. Can deal 2 damage to target creature, or you can draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. So late in the game, I mean, it's either like a combo enabler to fill your graveyard for flashback or threshold. A lot of different archetypes might use this, or I hope I'm not looking too stupid to people who play Pauper incredibly regularly. Or, of course, you can loot away garbage cards late in the game. It's just a very versatile card. Okay, so we're gonna get, is it Charm on here? Oh, here's a charming suggestion. The damn Tron lands! Tron is perfectly legal in Pauper, but here's the catch. There's like no win condition for it. It's really funny. So you can get to like 7 mana by turn 3, but you may not have anything to do with it, or like nothing particularly fancy. I don't even remember if they banned like the hardcore strong cards for this archetype, but I do know that what's it called? I do know that Urza's Tower. I do know that this is an archetype, but I just know the thing that's keeping it in check is that, you know, they don't got Ugin the Spirit Dragon, Karn the Great Creator, the One Ring, Karn Liberated, etc. So that's the only thing that keeps it in check. Does it count towards 1/3 of our power? It's got I'm very happy that it was suggested all the Tron lands, so I'm fine with that. We'll put all Tron lands. Tron lands. Still a very strong interaction, enough to make it its own archetype. Okay, next up we have Pacers Fan Forever with Mystic Remora. Is that legal? Wow! This is Pauper legal. I don't think I've ever seen it being played. Alright, well, I mean, this is a very strong card in Commander because there's a lot of people out there that will, you know, they'll want to cast their spells anyway, so they'll feed this Mystic Remora no matter what. But in one-on-one, like, this is, like, far weaker. The opponent could be like, okay, pass the turn, pass the turn, pass the turn. I don't know, maybe it's, like, a fine card late in the game, but late in the game is a bad time to be playing Mystic Remora. Anyway, okay, we'll put it on the list. Is there a single deck that plays Mystic Remora? I want to say no, it doesn't. But I'm not entirely sure. I need to discover the Tron decks in Arena. I would love the damn mana upgrade for your life gain deck. Oh yeah, 7 mana. Get as much life as you want. We got Magic Vinyl with Mole Drifter. Ooh, great suggestion. A pretty good all-around card, not only to draw cards, but with Ephemerate. Remember, with Ephemerate? Because it's got Evoke, so you can play the Evoke for 3 mana. It's a 2/2 flyer, ETB, draw 2 cards. And remember, I said Pauper is about grinding out the other person. There's the other player. Grinding them out is never better than with a Mole Drifter. Mole Drifter will get the job done. This is basically like the ancestral recall of Pioneer. You get a 2/2 creature, you drew 2 cards, and of course, if you can blink it, like with Ephemerate, then that is supreme value. Get 4 cards off of this thing. Still 2/2 creature at the end. And, you know, casting it for 5 mana is not, like, ridiculous. It's not that unrealistic or anything like that. So Mole Drifter gets on the list. I like that suggestion. Drifting away! Okay, next up. Super chat from Elixir. Duress. It is definitely a Pauper card. I guess we could call this the Thoughtseize of the format. Is there anything else? I don't think so. It's a black sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. There's no Inquisition. I don't think there's Inquisition. Inquisition of Kozilek? pretty sure this is not. Yeah, that's why I've never seen that in Pauper. But Duress is. All right, I have nothing else to say about it. Good hand disruption. Next up, let's take a look at Azure, Course Skyfisher. At this point, we're like just throwing out like all the basically typical staples of the format. 2 mana for a 2/3. Flying. When it enters the battlefield, return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. That is a feature, not a bug. So of course, again, in archetypes where ETBs might matter, you can, you know, bring back a creature with an ETB, replay it, and get that ETB all over again. Can't remember if it had any application in landfall decks, but I don't think or remember so. I played like a very little bit of Pauper here and there in my lifetime, but not a huge chunk in my opinion. Okay, next up, Pacers fan forever goes for the low-hanging fruit, Lightning Bolt. Oops, hold on, I gotta write down Course Skyfisher. Okay, Lightning Bolt. A classic since Alpha and Beta of the red instant, deals 3 damage to any target. Lightning Bolt never misses. I really have nothing to say about this card. Have you never heard of Lightning Bolt? Would you live under a rock? Huh? You've never seen this card. That's right, we've all seen this card. Lightning Bolt. Definitely makes the list. It probably makes the power 9 of legal cards in like almost every single format. Oh, you like Mother 3, Henrik. Are you a fellow, what is it called, a fuzzy pickle? The damn draws, Ink Dissolver. There is no way this card, does this card see play? I don't think this card sees play anywhere. 2 mana, 2/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may look at the top card of your library. If it shares a creature type with Ink Dissolver, you may reveal it. If you do, each opponent puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. I don't think that sees any play. If someone can, like, let me know. If that actually sees play, let me know. If it doesn't, then screw it. I have no idea what deck would this go in. A wizard deck? It doesn't feel like a Pauper card to me. So I don't know if I'm getting trolled here. Okay, next up. Well, ooh, this is a pretty good one by Bryce. Troll of Kaza Doom. This is a way of shuffling away your cards when you have when you play Brainstorm. Troll of Kazakh Doom is a black 5 generic 6/5 troll. It can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. It's got swamp cycling for 1 mana. So you get the shuffle effect for your ponders and your brainstorms. But on top of that, if you're flooding out, I mean, this is like a land that can be a creature. So when you top deck this super late in the game, boom, you have like a 6/5 creature gorilla thing on the battlefield. Not bad. Could be worse. You could have top decked a basic land. Instead, you got a troll. It's good stuff. Troll of Kazakh. What is it? Kazad Doom. Don't be calling this troll Doom. He's not Doom. It's very, very smart. Very smart troll. Passed grade 5 and everything. Okay, Duke Firebird. Counterspell. We gotta appreciate the simple things in life. The blue instant, counter target spell, and also the bane of everyone's existence. To be honest, I mean, they've had better counter spells in the format. Things like, you know, didn't they ban foil? Pretty sure they banned foil. They banned foil, right? No, it's legal. Holy crap! I think foil just probably got out of favor after they banned. Did they ban Thwart? Or Thwart maybe not wasn't legal. They banned Daze. I know they banned Daze. Okay, Counterspell it is. Counterspell's a great card. Pedgeman. Apparently, Relic of Progenitus is played in 100% of Pauper. Holy crap, that's crazy. Relic of Progenitus. Hey, everybody needs graveyard hate, all right? Everyone. You can't leave your house without some graveyard hate. This is a 1 mana artifact. Tap to target player exiles a card from their graveyard. Pay 1. Exile of Relic of Progenitus. exile old cards from old graveyards and draw cards. So it replaces itself. It can get slotted in any deck. It also affects a lot of decks. If you have creatures that are played from the graveyard, if you have spells that are played from the graveyard, if you need to get the Threshold, if you need Delirium, the blue Delver decks also require, like, their Tolarian Terror are cheaper. If there's a lot of cards in their graveyard, you can slow them down with the Relic of Progenitus. Now, probably if it's in 100% of decks, shouldn't it just be in the main deck of every deck? It makes you think. If it's in 100%, maybe every deck should just have this in the main deck. Relic is way too expensive for a common. Probably because the Pauper community. The Pauper economy is keeping this thing up. Steve Cooper, thank you very much for your super chat. Gorilla Shaman. Don't know Pauper meta, so I just look at the top creatures. Gorilla Shaman. Also, internet terrible today on my end. Peace! Peace for the today, the crew. Dono for 2. I can't tell if you're trying to rhyme or something. Okay, we have Gorilla Shaman. Red 1/1 Ape Shaman. Double X1. Destroy target non-creature artifact with mana value X. So if you know you're up against an opponent with a lot of 0 mana creatures, then it's basically just 1 mana and blow it up. I can't remember what it's used in or against, but sure. Okay, we'll give Gorilla Shaman a very efficient artifact removal spell. Put it on the list. Okay, next up. We did Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal is way up here. So Lotus Petal, yeah, the Black Lotus. The Black Lotus is of Pauper is on the list. Okay, Arcanus Ultra. 65% of decks, the Blue Elemental Blast. This I will not put in a group. This I will not put in, what's it called? As a team. Okay, Blue Elemental Blast. Blue instant. Choose one. Counter target red spell or destroy target red permanent. I love this card. Holy crap. Why can't they just print this in Modern? I would love it. And you know what? I would have no problem. You give red Elemental Blast. I'm fine with that. You have any idea how many 1-mana cards kill my blue creatures? It means nothing to me. Give me the tools to destroy theirs. I want it. I love Blue Elemental Blast. Kill that stupid Swift Spear. Oh, they banned Swift Spear, didn't they? I can't destroy Swift Spear anymore, but that was so satisfying. Pump up their Swift Spear, destroy it. That's okay. There's other red creatures that we can kill. Yeah, we'll have Blue Elemental Blast on here. Alright, next up. Toilet Duck really wants this Archaeomancer. Is it that good? I know it's value. So on the tune of trying to grind your opponent out, Archaeomancer can do that. It's a 4-mana 1/2. When it enters the battlefield, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. You still gotta deal with the Archaeomancer. Okay, Archaeomancer. Alright, next up. Let's get Danny. Oh, we got Murmuring Mystic Danny. We got that one. Is there any other one? Listen, Eris is like, Nikachu, listen to Sheelan. Capsize. When I first started playing Magic, I really loved this card. The 3-mana instant's got buyback of 3, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Includes lands, alright? You can include lands. Now, with that buyback of 3, it means if you have 6 mana, you get to use this over and over and over again. Okay, next up, let's go look at a super chat. Elixir. Elixir loves this show. Snuff Out. This card is insane. Okay, it's 4 mana. Forget that it's 4 mana, because usually it isn't. It's an instant. If you control a swamp, which you will, you may pay 4 life rather than pay Snuff Out's mana cost. And that 4 life, you know, it's a small price to pay to not pay any mana at all. Destroy target non-black creature, and it can't be regenerated. This card is so underrated that it took, like, I think Legacy a decade before they caught on and believed that Snuff Out was like a powerhouse. It is so good. Might be a little unfavored in Legacy right now because there's a lot of very popular black creatures. Has to hit non-black creatures, so for as long as black isn't the top dog, Snuff Out is one of the best, if not the best, removal spell. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Daze is banned, unfortunately. That I'm certain of, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it got banned in Pauper, so. We're only doing the power 9 of the legal cards. Otherwise, this should be a power 9 of all the banned cards. They got a deep banned list. Maybe one day we'll do the power 9 of the banned cards. Okay, Alexandru, Evolution Witness. Repeatable Grave Digger plus the booty size. You like them booty, Alexandru. There's no booty on this. This is a 1 toughness. Okay, unless you're talking about the body. Okay, oh, it can adapt. Okay, 3 mana for a 2/1 Elf Shaman Mutant. 2 mana, adapt for 2. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Evolution Witness, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Basically, strictly better Archaeomancer, but in green. I haven't played Pauper since Modern Horizons 3. Is this making waves? I'd imagine so. Looks just better. In every way, too. You get to adapt, too, and you get return target permanent card. Oh, it's only permanents, though. That's still not bad. It's basically, it's the more organic version of Archaeomancer, right? The more organic version. Okay, who doesn't have a card yet? Turiat, Experimental Synthesizer. Oh yeah, common red removal spell, red artifact. When enters or leaves the battlefield, exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. Then for 3 mana, sack it. Create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. Activate only as a sorcery. So ETB, basically draw a card. And then you can sacrifice it and also draw a card. Well, you can't sacrifice it by itself. If you have a means of sacrificing it, you also get to draw a card. And on top of that, it can sacrifice itself. This is one of those cards that actually can. You sacrifice itself, you get the 2/2 samurai. And then you also get the card as well. So again, a pretty good grinding card in the Pauper format. All right, next up, Paces fan with Preordain. You like them cantrips. Blue sorcery, scry 2, then draw a card. I found it interesting when I look at the Pauper decks, when I look at the Pauper list, it looks like they like Preordain more than Ponder. And I think it's because scrying has more value than looking at the top 3 and then rearranging them in any order, because you need to have a shuffle effect there. Whereas with Preordain, you can either stack the top 2 best cards or put the 2 worst cards at the bottom. Because sometimes you ponder, there's like 1 good card, 2 bad ones. You get the good card, but you're like, I have no way to shuffle the deck, so I guess the garbage cards stay in. I guess. Okay, next up. Blue's quite good in Pauper. I know. That's why I like playing Pauper sometimes. Calling the Weak. From Toilet Duck. Yeah, we did mention Lotus Petal. It's a big card. Calling the Weak, a black. Sacrifice a creature. Add quadruple black to your mana pool. Basically the super dark ritual of the format. Super dark ritual it up. Dingleberg. Did we do Doomblade? We have now. We did not do Tolarian Terror, actually. We'll do that one next. Okay, Doomblade. Destroy target non-black creature. Easy enough. Great card. Yeah, we should have Tolarian Terror on here. It's like the Murktide region of the format. Okay, Tolarian Terror. Murktide region. Basically. It's not bad, too. I like that it's a 5/5. I mean, in some sense, it's the blue Gurmag Angler. So it's a 5/5, but it's got Ward 2, so you play removal. It won't damage it unless you pay the tax of 2 mana. Fill up your graveyard with a bunch of, what's it called, instants and sorceries, and it'll cost 1 less to cast. Could end up costing 1 in the end. The Tolarian Terror. All right, we're going to look at a few more cards, and then we'll look at a few more cards, and then start voting. But before we do that, we got to thank our sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com, the place I buy all my Magic the Gathering cards. what is the deal? We got a sweet new deal of the week this week. There's a deal of the week every single week. Save 20% off all accessories, deck box, sleeves, binders, and more. Don't forget, Duskborn, House of Horror. Go pre-order your cards if there's anything that interests you to upgrade your standard, Commander, Pioneer, Modern decks. I'm interested in some stuff. I'm seeing some Merfolk. There's like, what is this new card that just got spoiled a few seconds ago? Something called Unable to Scream. I'm interested. I want to make sure that my opponent's creatures, I cannot scream. I want them to sit there right on the battlefield. And you can pre-order at FusionGamingOnline.com. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank, of course, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. The ability to play any deck, any format, no matter how the metagame changes. It's cheaper if you want to play a million decks at once. And if they ban cards, they're not going to ban your cards. They're going to ban Mana Traders cards. You can just switch to a whole new deck when you're playing on Magic Online. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_F90. Or maybe, you know what? You don't play Pauper. You've never played before, but now you found out you can play Dark Ritual, Brainstorm. You can play with, like, the artifact lands. Try out Pauper today. Why? By renting with Mana Traders. Okay, next. Uh-oh, this is not it. Oh, where's my... There we go. Back to normalcy. Okay, what do we do? Okay, Elixir says we need more green cards on here. Did I write down Tolarian Terror? I did write it down. We need more green cards. Rancor. You want... Whoops, that's not the right sound effect I was going for. Okay, Rancor. Simple yet genius card. It's a green, it's an enchant creature. Gives it +2/+0 and has trample, but it's not like those other auras where if you kill the creature you got a 2-for-1, because the Rancor says if it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield you get to return it back to your hand. So you get to reuse it on another creature. Okay, let's this is an interesting suggestion. I like the suggestion from Eris. Llanowar Elf. That is interesting. It's so hard to find the actual Llanowar. I think we need more white cards. There's a lot of white cards, I think. Okay, it's a green 1/1 Elf Druid, tapped out a green. This is almost like Lotus Petal. I think in a format like this, you know, these mana dorks have like more value. Same thing as in Commander. Just a random mana dork actually pulls a lot of weight. Llanowar Elf. Llanowar Elf. Oh, sorry, it's not Llanowar Elf, it's elves. Elves! There's multiple in the same image, and they all add up to 1 power. That's absolutely pathetic. Just purely pathetic. Okay, are we missing anything? Okay, we have, Pacers Fan Forever wants to get Exhume on here. Okay. Fair. Pretty powerful card to not be on this list. 2 mana sorcery. Each player puts a creature card from their graveyard onto the battlefield. You know what? In the right I mean, that's a great combo. That's a great combo card. Exhume. Okay, let's get 4 more. If there's anything that we're missing here. Are we missing anything? Oh my! How do we not have Faithless Looting on here? Well, this is one of those cards that are like really strong, but I don't know how strong it is in... I think it's still pretty strong in Pauper. It's a red sorcery, draw 2, then discard 2. Also has flashback of 3 mana. Like, it still enables your graveyard synergies while being like a pseudo ponder at the same time. 100% Faithless Looting should be on here. I believe Chatterstorm is banned. Yeah, it's a banned card, so it has to be all legal cards here today. Ian, Sprout Swarm. Sprout Swarm, 2 mana instant with Convoke. Does this see play? Anyway, it's got Convoke, it's got buyback of 3. Put a 1/1 green sapling creature token into play. And the idea with this is because it's buyback of 3 and you can Convoke, if you have enough tokens on the battlefield, well, eventually you can go infinite with this thing. I don't remember seeing any decks with this, but maybe there was an archetype invented with this. Did we put Relic on the list? Okay, hold on. We'll get Sprout Swarm. Is Relic... Oh, did I not write it down? Oh, good call. I didn't write this one down. Shoot. Relic of Progenitus. It's on there now. For Relic. I really didn't write down Relic. I hope there's probably gonna be a few other cards we're gonna get through that I didn't write down. Okay, lastly, ooh, I like this one. The Deadly Dispute. Pretty common card. Okay, it's a 2-mana instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you sacrifice an artifact or creature, which they'll sack some blood token or some creature that has some like death trigger. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. Basically, you don't even lose anything. Like you lost an artifact, you get another artifact. Deadly Dispute. All right, now is the time, everyone. It is voting time. Okay, so I need to make what is Power 9? We're gonna start a poll. What is Power 9? That's the question I'm gonna constantly ask everybody. And we're gonna start with Faithless Looting, Sprout Swarm, Relic. I just put Relic. You all know what it is. And Deadly Dispute. Just Relic of Progenitus. Here's where the fun begins. All right, remember we got Deadly Dispute. This is an instant. Oh, then we have where's Relic? I gotta put Relic back on here. Relic of Progenitus. It's buried somewhere far behind. Like that was my system. Now I go backwards as we start voting for everything. Relic of Progenitus. Deadly, okay, the all-around all-star for removing graveyards. Can be played in any deck. Deadly Dispute. Great value in any deck with blood tokens or creatures or tokens. And we also have Sprout Swarm. I don't know where this card came from, and I don't know where it's going, but holy crap, it can go infinite. And, Shadow Storm is banned. And Faithless Looting. Arguably one of the best, most broken 1-mana looting cards in the game because it helps fill your graveyard really, really well for graveyard shenanigans while also discarding useless cards from your hand. Oh, we have. Oh, you're Pauper Expert Vinyl in the house. Okay, does this Sprout Swarm see any play? Is that like a real card? I'm glad we have at least one expert in the house. Remember, for anyone around, this is basically like a bunch of Commander players are voting on all this. Okay, the rules are, usually we just wait a minute, and Faithless Looting, congratulations. You made it! Faithless Looting wins. So we erase everybody else, and now we start a new poll. Start a poll. What is Power 9? We're narrowing it down, and then if we have too many, we're gonna keep narrowing it for forever. Tolarian Terror. We've got Rancor. We got Llanowar Elves. Many Elves. Make no mistake. And Exhume. This is gonna be a hard one. This is full. There's some bangers in this one. Okay. Vote, my coffee crew. Vote. Sprout Swarm sees no play. So we're voting on nothing there. Okay, we got Tolarian Terror is in front. Okay, hold on. Remember, Exhume's the 2-mana, basically graveyard reanimator combo card, where everyone puts a creature card from their graveyard into play. Then we have Llanowar Elves, the 1-mana mana dork. You Commander players, you could really resonate with this card. Then we've got Rancor, the green aura that buffs up the creatures. If they die, it's going to come back. And lastly, Tolarian Terror, the Murktide Regent of the format. You could play it for a single blue to get a 5/5 creature with Ward 2. And it only costs 1 blue because it will get 1 mana less for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. And it looks like Tolarian Terror is up in front. Exhume picking up some ground here for all those Reanimator players that love playing with graveyards. It's hard to be a graveyard player when allegedly, 100% of the format is playing with Relic of Progenitus. And after 1 minute, Tolarian Terror, congratulations. You're gonna make it. You're gonna go on for the to potentially become Power 9 of Pauper. Okay, next up we've got. We're moving on. Okay, Evolution Witness. Preordain. Ooh, those are two. These are all hard. Preordain. These are some banger cards. Culling the Weak. This might be the toughest vote yet. Doomblade. And don't worry, at the end, people can super chat to get some cards that got eliminated back onto the list. It's possible. So just because it got eliminated doesn't mean it's scrapped for good. Okay. Doomblade, one of the most efficient removal spells in the game. 2 mana, destroy any creature. It's gotta be non-black, but you know what? Last I saw, Tolarian Terror is blue. And then we got Culling the Weak for a single mana and sacrificing a random creature. It can be something that comes back from your graveyard you want in the graveyard, or it's just a token. You add 4 black to your mana pool. Preordain, a blue sorcery, scry 2, then draw a card. Probably better than Ponder in the format. You don't need a shuffle, you dig to exactly what you need. And also experiment. Oh, we went too far. Preordain, Culling the Weak, Doomblade. We're missing something here. Oh, Evolutionary Witness. Oh, I forgot to write down Experimental Synthesizer. Okay, Experimental Synthesizer gonna be Experimental Synthesizer. We're gonna give justice to this card later. So all the cards I forgot to write down. I think Ristic Study's on this list somewhere, but like, it's gonna get eliminated. This is like no play in Pauper. Okay, after 1 minute, Preordain wins it. Congratulations to Preordain. You know what? I didn't doubt you for 1 second. Okay, now, so we scrap the rest of these cards. Okay, next up. Ooh, this is gonna be a very, very interesting poll. This one is going to be Blue Elemental Blast. I'd vote for that one. Archaeomancer. How do I spell this thing? Archaeomancer. Capsize and Snuff Out. Away we go. Okay, Snuff Out. The free removal spell. Only costs you 4 life. Then we also have Capsize. For 6 mana, you can bounce permanents, including people's lands, back to their hand, but even then, you have like a decent boomerang for 3 mana. Archaeomancer, you need to grind somebody out. You can play your Archaeomancer. 4 mana, 1/2, ETB, return target instant or sorcery card back to your hand. You might even get something like, I think this combos with Ephemerate, because you Ephemerate, it goes to the graveyard. Sorry, it goes to exile. Then next time you can Ephemerate and then bring back Ephemerate. I think that's how it works. And then of course we have Blue Elemental Blast, which for me is my favorite to destroy all those stupid red creatures. Red aggro is not safe in Pauper for as long as Blue Elemental Blast is there to keep it in check. And as we see, Snuff Out is ahead of Blue Elemental Blast. What is wrong with you people?
God, please, no!
I mean, I'm not gonna say Blue Snuff Out is a bad card here, but Blue Elemental Blast is Blue Elemental Blast. Can I convince people? You can also counter red spells with this, so like even Lightning Bolt, things that don't even hit the battlefield. You can stop them from entering the battlefield. If they enter the battlefield, you destroy them anyway. Okay, Snuff Out, you win. Congratulations. Snuff Out is a little bit closer to being part of our Power 9. Okay, next up, we've got, not enough blue players in the house, in my opinion. Okay, we got Lightning Bolts. It's so strong, it almost seems boring. Troll of Khazad Dum. We have Counterspell. A lot of, like, hardcore staples here. And a Gorilla Shaman. Okay, start that poll. Hydroblast, yeah. Blue Elemental Blast didn't make it. Maybe Hydroblast will make it. Snuff Out is even played in Legacy. So is Blue Elemental Blast. They all see play. Red Elemental Blast is better than Blue Elemental Blast. Honestly, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna doubt that. Okay, so a reminder. We got Gorilla Shaman, red 1/1. XX and 1. Destroy target non-creature artifact with mana value X. With 3 mana, blow up the 1/1s, and also for 1 mana, blow up the 0s. We have oh, okay, we put that somewhere else. Relic. Okay, we have Counterspell. Yeah, I forgot about that one. We got Counterspell. Blue. Counter target spell. You all hate that card. I know you do. Troll of Kazakh Dune, the 6 mana 6/5, mostly for a swamp cycler, so you go get your swamp, but late in the game is a great 6/5 creature with super menace. And of course, Lightning Bolt, a red instant, deals 3 damage to any target. Magic Vinyl, does Ink Dissolver see any play at all? Gorilla Shaman is slept on sometimes. It's actually good for destroying artifacts. Absolutely. Hey, I didn't say anything bad about Gorilla Shaman. Also a great cube card, in my opinion. All right, after 1 minute, Counterspell wins. There's some blue justice in this world. Thank God. At least one we got at least one Counterspell on this list. It's gonna be the Counterspell. People hate their Counterspells. Okay, next up, we're going to start a poll on Mystic Remora, which I'm 99.99% sure that card sees no play. Mole Drifter. I am 99.99% that card sees tons of play. Duress. And Core Skyfisher. A very interesting line of cards. Oops, not that type of Fisher. Not a Fisher Price Fisher. Birdkid says, Nikachu, I am shocked. A single initiative or monarchy card. You mean a monarch card didn't make it? If people are very passionate about it, we can try to get we can have some revotes at the end. Okay, next up. Okay, Duress, the Thoughtseize of the format. 1 black sorcery. The opponent, we get to look at their hand. We take a non-creature, non-land card from it, and they discard that card. Mole Drifter, for 3 mana, you have a 2/2. Okay, sorry. For 3 mana, you draw 2 cards, but if you blink it, because it does enter the battlefield with Evoke, if you blink it, you get to keep the 2/2. So it's almost like an Ancestral Recall, and then you get like another 2 cards on top of that. That's crazy. That's great value. And if nothing else, just pay 5 mana to have a 2/2 that draws 2 cards. And also has flying. And then Mystic Remora. This is a card. Sees a lot of play in Commander, but today is the Pauper show. It's a blue enchantment, cumulative upkeep 1, but if an opponent casts a non-creature spell, which means they can cast creatures to dodge this ability, you may draw a card unless that player pays 4. And, oh, I think that's it. That's all we got. Yeah, Mystic Remora, Mole Drifter, Duress, and Core Skyfisher, and wow! I'm a little surprised that Duress wins the whole thing. Honestly, I thought Mole Drifter was going to win that one. I thought Mole Drifter was above and beyond a more popular card. Nikachu, do you play Pauper? Here and there, like, not a lot. It's when I would play it a little bit more if there were more, like, large open events that supported Pauper. I like the gameplay of Pauper. Don't get me wrong. I actually like Pauper a lot. I think it's a great underrated format. Okay, next up. Sacred Cat. Mystic Remora also sees no play. Yeah, I know. I figured. I haven't played Pauper in a while, but I figured anyway. Sacred Cat. Pretty staple card in a lot of white decks. Or maybe just one. Artifact Lands. Oh, wow, we got Artifact Lands and Tron Lands at the same time. Is it Charm? I think Is It Charm and Sacred Cat are in for some stiff competition. Tron Lands. Oh yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I really think this is going to be like Tron Lands versus Artifact Lands. We have Urza's Tower. Yeah, it's funny. The Urza lands, they're legal in Pauper. You got Tower, you got Power Plant, you have Mine. I think they even have Expedition Map, which is crazy. But the thing is, the payoff, they don't have any big payoffs, which makes it like way more fair. And trying to win with this deck is like miserable. I can't remember. They have like crap. Last time I saw it, they had like these really crappy Eldrazi's try to very poorly finish off the game. And then we've got Is It Charm, the 2 mana Swiss Army Knife. It's like a negate. Unless they pay 2 mana, you can deal 2 damage to creatures, and you can also loot 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Then we've got the Artifact Lands to enable Affinity. Affinity is the top deck in the format. So, is it because of the Artifact Lands? We have those banned in Modern, but they are completely free to roam around in the Pauper format, enabling all those, which also really has heavily hit the ban list because they've, instead of banning these Artifact Lands, they banned everything else that gets too strong. And of course, Sacred Cat. It is, well, it's adorable. I'll give that to it. It's a 1 mana, 1/1 lifelink with Embalm, so great way to block. Slow the game down while gaining life, while getting value at the same time. I'll tell you this much. Lightning Bolt doesn't like seeing Sacred Cat. Never did, never will. Felipe is like, Artifact Lands could be dealt with. Tron Lands are inevitable. Sacred Charm and Is a Charm got 1 petty vote each. Oh, is that right? Oh, wow, look how low it is. And in the end, it is the Artifact Lands that wins this poll. I am not surprised. Not surprised whatsoever. This is a very interesting list we got here. Okay, next up. We've got Murmuring Mystic. Don't know, multiple people try to get this thing on the list. I don't understand that one. Dark Ritual. We got Ponder. And we have Ephemerate. These are all really strong cards. So this, Ephemerate. There we go. Go for it, everyone. These are all really strong, heavy-hitting cards. So, like I said, Pauper, very value-centric type of format. Ephemerate gets more value, so get more from your ETBs with Ephemerate. And also a pretty good way to basically, it's like a counterspell to removal. Ponder, the blue sorcery. Go for consistency. Fill your graveyard. Dig for the more important cards that you need. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, and then put them back in any order. You can shuffle, or you can draw a card. Then we have Dark Ritual, black. Put 3 black in your mana pool. No catch. The only catch is make sure the thing that you use that 3 mana for actually matters. And then we have the Murmuring Mystic. I know this card sees play. Are decks built around this? I don't know. 4 mana for a 1/5. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get a 1/1 blue bird illusion creature token with flying. Bell says, I don't see many decks with Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual is a hard card to use. Nothing good follows a Dark Ritual. I guess the problem is there's like no good way of like breaking it. People like Dark Ritual good looking to play Cycle Storm. Yeah, like people like Dark Ritual good looking. Hold on, does Cycle Storm use Dark Ritual or not? Because that's the only thing I don't know. It's possible that the Cycle Storm deck doesn't use Dark Ritual. I'm familiar with the Cycle Storm deck. I know what it does. I'm just not familiar with the list. I've never played against it online, so I don't know. Oh, it uses Dark Ritual? Okay. Dark Ritual, super easy to use, only takes 1 black mana. That's true. And it looks like Dark Ritual completely wins it. Congratulations to Dark Ritual. You're going to be part of our Power... Potentially the Power 9. We might have so many candidates here that we're gonna have to do another what's it called? Another vote. Okay, next up we've got Weather the Storm, which is funny. Weather the Storm. Brainstorm, which by all means is considered like a bannable card in Legacy, but nobody bans it just to make sure that people are not upset in that format. Rhystic Study, that definitely doesn't see. And then Lotus Petal. This is an interesting one. Okay, so we're gonna start a poll here. Lotus Petal, the Black Lotus. The Black Lotus of the format. It also costs 0, but you only get 1 mana. But you know what? That 1 mana still matters. And then Rhystic Study, 3-mana enchantment. Commander All-Star, I believe sees 0 play in Pauper. I want to say it sees 0 play. It's a 3-mana enchantment. Yeah, if an opponent plays a spell, you can draw a card unless that player pays 1. But I think by the time you get this in play, it really doesn't matter. Or they'll have the mana, just pay it. Then we also have Brainstorm. Blue instant. Draw 3 cards. Put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Then we also have, lastly, Weather the Storm, the anti-storm card. No, I don't know if it's an anti-storm card to cycle storm, but anyway, Weather the Storm, 2 mana instant. You gain 3 life, and it has storm. I will say, burn players. Not happy to see this card. Brainstorm, super useful, super heavily played in like any format where it's legal. Fruit Kid says, Murmuring Mystic is the best blue control payoff in the format with tons of cantrips and Monarch cards with the blue birds make it so you keep it a lot. All right. Interesting. Arcanus Ultra says, Cast Down should replace Doomblade, used more. Okay, I'll tell you what, Arcanus. We're gonna we'll put that one to a vote, all right? We're gonna put that one to a vote. We have a lot of time to still vote on stuff. This is the fun part where we where is this going? Okay, Brainstorm wins. Wow, Lowspell get kicked out by Brainstorm. That's crazy. Okay, congratulations, Brainstorm. You know what? You have where's the cool image? There we go. You make it. Okay, how many cards do we have here? Because it has to be, we gotta narrow this down to 9. It's gotta be 9 cards. It's not called the Power 10. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect! All right, we need candidates. What do we think should go back on this? Okay, who deserves a second chance? Alongside Experimental Synthesizer. Who deserves a second chance? If this is to really be the Power 9, it should consider the cost of the cards as well. No, I don't think so. Power 9 at the time was considered like just the most strongest cards of all time. Okay, we see Lotus Petal. All right, let's get Lotus Petal. I think that's a worthy one. Lotus Petal was in a close race with Brainstorm. Leonard says Cast Down has to be on the list. Do I just get rid of freaking... Hold on. Dark Ritual, Duress, Counterspell. Well, Doomblade didn't even make it. Why are we even voting on this? Okay, hold on. Do we want to throw in Cast Down? I'll throw in Cast Down. There we go. Tron Lands. Lightning Bolt shouldn't have gone, in my opinion. You want lightning? Okay, we'll have lightning bolt. Okay, we'll make 2 more piles. What else do we have here? Nobody plays Doomblade. All creatures are non-legendary. Some are black. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of support for Galvanic Blast. Galvanic Blast. Elixir says Simian Spirit Guide needs a new chance. Okay, Simian Spirit Guide. Okay, 1 more card. I think this is a good one. I like that we have the Tron Lands on here. Deadly Dispute had a chance. I don't know, do people want Deadly Dispute on here? Okay, though to be fair, it's going to lose again if you put it up against Counterspell, but Black Lotus would kick Time Walk out of the list if they were put against each other. I think the Power 9 has held up. The only debatable power of the Power 9 is literally like Time Twister, because we've made millions of Time Twisters since then. It's not that amazing. I'm surprised Wheel of Fortune didn't get there. Deadly Disputes? Okay, we'll put Deadly Disputes. All right. Let's go back. Start a poll. And then we're going to get at a point where we got to kick stuff out of the Power 9. Okay, this one's Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt gets another chance at life. We've got... I don't know how to spell Lightning Bolt, apparently. Okay, Galvanic Blast. It's funny, it's going to be competing with Lightning Bolt, though. It's Simian Spirit Guide. These are all red cards. Okay, we have a Deadly Dispute. Alright, go for it. Just a reminder. Okay, Lightning Bolt. The 1-mana red removal spell. Then Galvanic Blast, which is basically Super Lightning Bolt. But you need Metalcraft. You need 3 artifacts in play. Simeon's Spirit Guide, which is another Lotus Petal, which can be a creature. And then Deadly Dispute, the super value card. 2 mana, sack a creature or artifact, draw 2 cards, make a treasure token. So it can be sort of ramp. It can also be value. So now you're followed on the spelling. Nikachu, autocorrect is a joke. I would love to use that excuse. I have no autocorrect excuse. Oh, I would love to see Spellstarter Sprite on here. Unfortunately, Spellstarter Sprite is just like really bad these days. I admit, it's no good. Oh, Spellstarter Sprite. Where have we gone? Galvanic Blast is played in 30% of main decks. Firebolt only in 23. You mean Lightning Bolt? But the people have spoken. Galvanic Blast didn't even beat the other stuff. Galvanic Blast couldn't even beat Deadly Dispute. Lightning Bolt wins. Congratulations, Lightning Bolt. Okay, next up, we got the debut of Experimental Frenzy. It wasn't even on here before. Experimental Frenzy. But it's going to be up against some pretty... it's Experimental Synthesizer. It's going to be up against some pretty strong opposition. Lotus Petal. Cast Down. And lastly, Tron Lands. Well, let's get that poll going. Good afternoon, Jow. We forgot to add Manamorphose to this list. Well, it's too late now. We need more Pauper players here. Okay, Experimental Synthesizer. The red, ETB, or leaves. And remember, it sacks itself to leave. You can look at exile the top card of your library and play it until end of turn. And when you sack it for 3 mana, you get a 2/2 creature. Lotus Petal. Black Lotus of the Pauper format. Cast down. Destroy target non-legendary creature, which basically destroys most of the format. How many legendary creatures are there in common? I think there's very, very few, or almost none. And then lastly, the Tron Lands. The Tron Lands are the reason people play Pioneer instead of playing Modern. It's a huge reason people hate Modern is because of Tron. So they moved to the Pioneer. Format. And I guess they're not going to play Pauper because it's here. That's how dangerous and deadly it is. But in the end, it's Lotus Petal that wins the show. Congratulations, Lotus Petal. You are now in contention to be a Power 9 Pauper card. Okay, how many cards do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which of these cards are we like slam dunking as definitely on here? Daniel says, are banned cards part of voting or not? No banned cards. It's in the title, damn it. Non-banned cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, give me one more card. Give me one more card. What is it? What was a card that probably should have been in here, but never had a chance? And it had to have been a card that we eliminated. Has to be a card that we eliminated. What card do we want to give I don't know, a third chance in some capacity? That's interesting. Delver of Secrets never was mentioned once. The Troll, Pyro. We have 2 for Pyroblast. We have Thoughtcast was never chosen. Mole Drifter, Deadly Dispute. Deadly Dispute got like 2 shots. Blue Elemental Blast. We got. Ooh, this is the first for Lauren Revealed. Another for Deadly Dispute. You want to give Deadly Dispute a third chance of getting eliminated. Chainer's Edict. Okay, we have like 2 for Deadly Dispute, 2 for the Blue Elemental. No, actually we have 2 for Pyroblast, which never even got a shot in the first place. Thoughtcast for the win. We have 2 for Thoughtcast. Does anyone want to be a deal breaker? Or sorry, who's the tiebreaker here? We have 1 for the Troll. Is Christopher B gonna throw in on that Thoughtcast train? You like Thoughtcast. What can we call Thoughtcast? The ancestral recall of the format? That's possible. Dust to Dust? I don't even know what that card is. We have one for Snuff Out. We have another for Elemental Blast. Okay, we're gonna put Beam Pop Elemental. Okay, we'll give that to we'll call that a Pyroblast one. All right, Pyroblast. Shame we can't use banned cards. One day we can do banned cards. Okay, Pyroblast is just going to randomly show up here, but then it's got to be put to the test because we need to narrow down these 12 cards to only 9. So now what is not Power 9? Okay, what is not Power 9? Okay, we're gonna start off with Faithless Looting. We're gonna start with Lotus Petal, Lightning Bolt, and Pyroblast. One of these gotta go. Here we go. Yeah, I spelled that right, correct. Pyroblast. So remember what you're voting on here. Faithless Looting. Lotus Petal. Lightning Bolt. And then Pyroblast. Pyroblast is making a debut here. Frankly, I mean, if this gets on, then I would be happy because it would be somehow virtually in the same degree as the damn Hydroblast that never, or the Elemental Blast that never made it on. I can't believe people didn't want to put the blasts on. Let's put the blasts together. You want to put the blasts together? As a group? You know, that might not be a bad idea, but it looks like they're going to lose anyway. It looks like they're going to lose anyway. Pyroblast, Banger, and Sideboard, but non-main board, so I voted off. That could be a reason. Like, you know, should sideboard cards be that good on here? Although we have Relic of Progenitus. Do we have Relic? Oh, no, Relic didn't make it. Oh, poor Relic. Unfortunately, got kicked off the list. Anytime he says the damn, I hear the word he pronounced the damn, and I get confused. Oh, you think I'm calling you? The damn draws. They kicked off the damn draws. The Power 9 Blast. Okay, end poll. Pyroblast, sorry about that. You get kicked out. Yeah, get out of here. You are not Power 9. The Blast, you know what? I like Hydroblast, Blue Elemental Blast. It's not meant to be. All right, next up. We've got to kick off one of these bangers. Okay, next. What is not Power 9? Is it going to be Counterspell? Is it going to be Snuff Out? Is it going to be Preordain? Or is it going to be Tolarian Terror? The choice is to the coffee crew. Good luck. Good luck to all these contestants. Remember, Counterspell. Been the counterspell since beta. Then we have Snuff Out, the free removal spell in the format. Even sees legacy play. Preordain was banned in Modern for forever, and it's considered, because you don't have as many shuffle effects in this format, is basically a better version of Ponder. Then we have Tolarian Terror, effectively the Murktide Regent of the format, one of the strongest baddies in Pauper. Bell says, I vote Snuff Out for the same reason as Pyroblast. Why are you voting out these removal spells? If it's that strong, it should be there. No, my Plore Terror, please win. Oh, you mean you don't want to be targeted? Relic is the best graveyard hate we have in Pauper. Isn't like Tormod's Crypt a legal card? Or is that uncommon? Maybe I'm wrong. Alexandra's like, honorable mentions, Utopia Sprawl, Metamorphose, Dust to Dust, and Spellstutter Sprite. Spellstutter Sprite has been pushed out of the format. I look to see how well fairies are doing because I own a fairies deck. 1 minute has ended. Tolarian Terror. So long, sucker. You're no longer part of the Pauper Power 9, and then it comes down to the last of these. We got Brainstorm Dark. Hold on, I should have like should have been changing the music here. Okay, on we have I want to switch it up a little bit. We're switching it up. Okay, this is it. This is the last one. There's no more after this. This is going to determine our Pauper Power 9. Brainstorm. Dark Ritual. If I can spell it. Artifact Lands. And Duress. Here we go. Coffee Crew, you're deciding history here. History is in the making. The making, damn it. Remember, brainstorm. Arguably the best cantrip, second to Ancestral Recall. Dark Ritual. The best ritual card in the game, especially for 1 mana. Artifact Lands. These things, you know, so many artifact. Hold on, I have to look up one. Seat of Synod. Because of these lands, so many cards are banned on the Pauper and also Modern ban list. They enable so many broken strategies. And then, of course, Duress. The Thoughtseize of the Pauper format. Make your choice wisely. Freaking is like, Duress has got to go. Hot take, Duress kind of overrated. Our Pauper specialist in the room. Maybe got some influence there, Magic Vinyl. Maybe got a little influence. Duress is way more fair than the others. I think hand disruption is actually underrated because not only you get to take a card from your opponent, you also continue the game with the knowledge of what exactly they have in their hand. Christopher B, in hindsight, Snuff Out shouldn't even be on there. And there's only one cycle of duels for it to be built off of, so it's more locked into just one color. You can play 2 colors with that card. I believe there's blue-black Delver decks. Duress, bread and butter staple, but not as flashy. Duress is kind of a sideboard card too in Pauper, I would say. Gamerzilla says, would Thoughtseize make Power 9 of Modern? I think it would, actually. Oh, did we do a Power 9 of Modern? I don't remember. Of, like, non-banned cards? We should do that sometime, just like we did here. And Duress! Say goodbye!
Oh, God, please, no!
You're gone. You're no longer... what do we have here? We got 9. And with that, we've got our Pauper, Power 9, Brainstorm, Dark Ritual, Artifact Lands, Counter Spell. We got Snuff Out, Preordained, Faithless Looting, Lotus Petal, and Lightning Bolt. Voted on by Commander and competitive players, and maybe one actual Pauper player in the house. But you know what? More Pauper players should have shown up here today. All right, with that, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the day or the show for today. Thanks everyone for showing up. We do this show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everybody's support on Patreon and also members on YouTube, and anyone who super chats to be part of the show or super chats so other people are part of the show. And thanks so much, the Coffee Crew, for being here today, for making the show what it is, with all your voting and your suggestions. People like Daniel, Christopher B, Eris, Elixir. We got Q, The Damn Draws, Philip, Bell, Trip, Gamerzilla, James, Beanpot, Do It Like. We've got Old Boy, Mobile Tech, PM, Adam, Ferginka, Jess, Magic Vinyl, Z-Man Vader, Trip, Chris Bonehead, because you guys are the show. So as usual, my Coffee Crew, keep bringing up them coffees, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Also with Palpatine, signing out. So as usual, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you at the next cup.